Alright, I'm going to show y'all how to make some spaghetti. I'm going to make spaghetti, and I'm going to call it, let me see, creamy shrimp and pasta spaghetti. That's what I'm going to call it. So, the first thing you want to do is clean out everything, get everything pretty much cleaned up and situated. Always prep for what you're going to do. Prep everything first before you do anything. Always prep. So since we got this, it's heating up. What we're going to do is we're going to get 4 cups of water. This is 2 cups of water right here, so we're going to pour that in there. That's 1. Altogether, this is 4 cups of water. Each one of these had 2 cups of water. So you pour that in there like that. I keep 2 cups of water on the side here. We're going to probably just use 1 of those. Alright, so we're going to let this boil, and we're going to add salt to it. I don't use salt. I use garlic salt. So I'm going to put garlic salt in here so that it comes out pretty much with a garlic taste to the spaghetti. So I'm going to add, don't forget that's 4 cups of water. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, garlic salt, into this water. 1 teaspoon of garlic salt. That's 1 teaspoon of garlic salt. I don't use regular salt. Alright, so we have our shrimp. Our shrimp has already been marinating. And I'm going to show you what we marinate our shrimp in. And I'm going to show you the shrimp. Alright, this is our shrimp. As you can see, our shrimp is, we already deveined it and cleaned it. These are 10 count shrimp. These are considered, I believe, jumbo shrimp. So they're a 10 count. So you see how big they are compared to my hand. They're pretty much big. So we're letting them drip dry. And while we're doing that, I'm going to show you how and what we put the shrimp in. As you can see, we soak the shrimp. And what is in here is baking soda. We got baking soda in here. MSG. Baking soda, MSG. Garlic salt. And onion salt is what we have in here. And we have 8 cups of water in here. And each one of those seasonings that we have, baking soda, MSG, garlic salt, and onion salt, is half a teaspoon. And we leave this in here soaking, and it cleans the shrimp. You know, and before you do anything to the shrimp, you want to clean your shrimp. I'm going to show you how to clean a shrimp. Move you over here. Bam. Excuse my dirty sink. I just cleaned everything in the shrimps and stuff. So I got that dirty water in there. I just cleaned up everything. So I'm going to show you how to clean a shrimp. So when you clean a shrimp, you take it and you rub the tails like this in the water. So you rub the tails in the water like this, then you grab the shrimp and you turn it to the easiest side that you can peel it. Then you peel off the scale of this jumbo shrimp. So you do it like this. I'm going to show you this one. Then I'm going to fast forward the video. Alright, peel it off like that. Peel it off like that. Voila, like that. That's how your shrimp should look after you peel it. It should be pretty much still have the tail on it. Then you rinse it off in that garlic and baking soda, onion salt, and MSG. Then you take you a knife, get you a very sharp knife. Now with this knife, you're gonna this is how you clean the shrimp, because if you look, you can see this gunk that's on this shrimp. You might can see it. It's this nasty looking stuff. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut down this tail. You see this dark line? There's a dark line. That's the vein. So you take your knife and you cut it down this vein. Not that deep. Just cut it enough to go into that shrimp. Enough to get to that vein. Right? Like that. And then when you open it up, as you see when you open it up, you see that? You see that? That's doo-doo. That's iodine. Because if you eat this, you'll get iodine poisoning. This is all the stuff that the shrimp eats. So you want to pull this off, take your fingers and kind of pull it off. See that? Look at that. Look at that. See it come all the way off. And you get it all the way out. And as you see, that's all the doo-doo. Rinse that off with your fingers, and you gotta see that doo-doo is still left in there. You gotta rinse it out. What I like to do is take my finger and rub in between. I used to take my fingers and I would rub in between those. Here, let me pour some of this water out so it don't fall for you can see it. Well, you can't see it this way. All right. Well, I would take it, just rub my fingers in between that this line here. Just take your fingers, kind of rub it like this in the water, so that it cleans out all that yellow gook. You see that yellow? That's iodine. You don't want that iodine in your food. So you rub that shrimp down to clean it. And don't forget the tail. Make sure you rub that tail clean as well. And now your shrimp is pretty much clean. Let me see. Make sure you get it real good now. Don't slip, because these are big shrimp and it has a lot of iodine in it. So as you see, as you look at that, boom, it's pretty much clean. Everything is clean. And you're going to let it drip dry. You're going to drip it dry. You want to clean all of that. See how clean that is? You want it to be clean like that. So you want to add it to your other shrimp. So you take your other shrimp and you put it with your other shrimp and you let it drip off. Alright, this I'm going to flush this down the toilet. Because that's all dirt and all the dirt. See all the dirt come off the shrimp? And that's because I put the MSG in here. Matter of fact, let me tell you, I put 4 cups of water in here. Well, 8 cups of water. 8 cups of water. A half a teaspoon of baking soda. A half a teaspoon of MSG. A half a teaspoon of onion salt. A half a teaspoon of garlic salt. And you mix it up and you sit your shrimp in there and let it clean itself for 20 minutes, and you just kind of switch it around every now and then for 20 minutes. Just swish it around and it comes out clean. See, those are clean shrimp, and this is how you want your shrimp to turn out, nice and clean. So let them drip dry like this, and we're waiting for that water to thaw. Alright, we want this water to come to a boil. I didn't mean thaw. We want this water to come to a boil, so we're gonna put the lid on this water. And once this once that water is boiling, we're gonna add our spaghetti. Now, this spaghetti is my favorite spaghetti. It's a product from Italian. It's an Italian product, and this is one of my favorite spaghettis. To me, it's the best spaghetti that you can get besides gourmet spaghetti. This is good spaghetti, trust me. We're gonna use 250 grams. This is a 500 gram bag, so we're gonna use 250 grams of this. I have some already situated. Give me a second. Right here, I have some already ready, and once that water starts to boil, we're gonna put this spaghetti in here, and we're gonna cook it according to its directions. Because on the back of spaghetti, a lot of us don't realize they have the directions on the back, and it tells you to cook it for 7 minutes. See that? 7 minutes. So we're gonna cook it for 7 minutes. We're gonna set our timer, and we're gonna cook it for 7 minutes. All right, and while we're waiting on this water to boil, it's almost there, we're gonna look at our ingredients. All right, we got mixed herbs and things right here. We have a packet of vegetable bouillon. We have turmeric, red pepper, garlic and parsley powder. We got paprika. We got lime juice. We have capers here. I like capers. We have onion powder. We have water. We have cooking sake. I like cooking sake, y'all. And we have olive oil. So we're going to add all of these ingredients as we cook, along with these spaghettis. So the water is at a rapid boil now. So we're going to add those spaghettis. Going to lift that up and add these spaghettis to it. See, kind of spread out those spaghettis. You want them to be submerged in that water, like so. And we're gonna put that lid back on and set our timer for 7 minutes. Now make sure you have your stove high all the way up. Make sure your stove is all the way up so that spaghetti can start boiling. So now that the spaghetti is in, as soon as you put that spaghetti in, you set that timer. So we're gonna set a timer. Let me do this. Alright, so we're gonna set a timer. Alright, so we're gonna go here and 7 minutes. So it's counting down from 7 minutes now. All right, we're gonna speed up this recording. So once the spaghetti is done, we're gonna take the spaghetti and we're gonna put it in this pot right here. We're gonna put some water, put some cold water in this pot. So we're gonna fill this water up while this spaghetti starts to boil. You see it starting to boil. Make sure you put the lid on so that it starts to rapidly boil. So you take some water, enough to submerge the spaghetti once it's cooked, and get ready for the spaghetti to come out. So when you get in the spaghetti, use plastic tongues to take out the spaghetti. Don't use the steel ones. The steel ones might break your spaghetti if you overcook them. Just make sure you're letting it cook, and we're waiting for the timer. And as you see, the timer, we got 5 more minutes, 6 more minutes. So we're going to speed up this video. And remember, we had already put everything in here. We put garlic salt already in there to season the spaghetti. All right, so we're gonna blend up some ingredients that are gonna go into the shrimp after it's done cooking, and we have garlic here, and that's cilantro. It's kind of like dill. It's not the full blown cilantro. I like this kind. I'm going to use this kind. It's kind of like a dill that comes with the cilantro. It's like the baby cilantro before it opens up. And you chop that up. It's about a half a bushel. And these are 2 cloves of garlic. And we're going to put the garlic into this blender. Just put the garlic in the blender. Move some of this stuff. And we're going to put the garlic in the blender. Alright, so we're going to put some of this garlic in the blender. So we're going to take this garlic, let's throw that into this blender. Alright, as you can see, we put this garlic in the blender. We're going to blend it up. As you can see, the spaghetti is cooking very well. It's 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left, and it's cooking very well. And we're gonna blend our garlic. Give me a second. See if I can. All right, it's working out pretty well. All right, so we're gonna put this top on here, and we're gonna post this garlic. I like to turn it like this so that it can get all those garlic pieces in the small pieces. Shake it up a little bit so that it blends all that garlic. Alright, so now our garlic is blended. We can take this and everything and put up this. Alright, it's almost done cooking. Alright, so now the spaghetti is done cooking. We're going to take the spaghetti out, immediately take the spaghetti out. As you can see, the spaghetti is boiling at a rapid boil. So immediately take the spaghetti out and put it into that water. That cold water. Put it in the cold water so it can stop the spaghetti from cooking. Alright? So now the spaghetti is in the cold water. As you can see, the spaghetti is now in the cold water. That's going to stop it from cooking. Now you can take this water and throw it out. I don't use salt in my food that much. That's the reason why I threw out that water. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna saute our shrimp. So now make sure you got the heat turned all the way up, and you're gonna let this get hot. Let it get hot first. Then we're gonna add the oil. We're gonna move the spaghetti out the way. We're gonna get our shrimp ready. Our shrimp is ready. We're gonna let this get heated up. Once it's heated up, then we're gonna start frying our shrimp. Alright, so we're gonna let that heat up first, and then we're gonna add our shrimp into this. Turn your heat all the way up when you're sauteing your shrimp. Turn it up, because these are, like I said, as you see how big those are the jumbos. You know, the jumbo shrimp. It's almost 7 inches. Look at that. Well, yeah, almost 7 inches, 6, 7 inches. That's how big this shrimp is. So you want to let this heat up very well. Give it a couple minutes to heat up. Once it heats up, then you're going to add your shrimp. And then we're going to season our shrimp. I'm going to show you how to season it. And we're using, now that it's hot, you see that's hot because when you drip water into it, it's sizzling. So it's ready. This is extra virgin olive oil. Let me show you. This is extra virgin olive oil. and we're gonna put that in here. We're gonna use maybe 2 tablespoons, enough to fill up the middle of this this frying pan. It's about 2-3 tablespoons right there, because we got all this shrimp to cook. All right. Then we're gonna let that heat up for about a minute. Give it about a minute to heat up. And once it's heated up and ready, we're gonna add our shrimp in there. And once you add your shrimp, then you add your onion powder. You add onion powder, garlic powder, and that's it. That's all you need on your shrimp is this onion powder and the garlic powder. This is all we're gonna put on our shrimp. Oh yeah, don't forget the paprika. We're gonna put the paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder on our shrimp. So now this is ready, and we're gonna add our shrimp. Okay, we placed all our shrimp inside of the skillet, and we're gonna let that grease get on all those shrimp. And we're gonna set a timer for 4 minutes. Set your timer for 4 minutes, and we're gonna let it cook for 4 minutes, and we'll be right back. Oh yeah, don't forget to add your seasonings. So we got onion powder. We're going to do the onion powder first. Got the garlic powder. This is garlic powder, y'all. Then some paprika. That's all you need. We don't use this no more. That was all we need. So we got almost 3 minutes left, and then we're going to turn this shrimp over. All right, our shrimp is almost done cooking. We got a couple seconds left. All right, we're going to turn it over and then cook it for another 4 minutes. Now that we turned it over, we're gonna hit it with another 4 minutes, and we're gonna cook it for another 4 minutes. Once it's ready, we'll let you know. We'll be back. While the shrimp was cooking, I cut up my capers. As you see, those are capers. I cut them up so that as soon as these shrimp get done, I can start on my capers and garlic and making our sauce. I forgot, you need one more thing. I don't know how I almost forgot this, but this is the most important part. You need this. This is heavy cream. And you're going to put that in there after you saute your garlic. Once you saute your garlic and your capers, then you add your heavy cream and your other seasonings. And we have this mixed herbs. We're going to put that on top of the shrimp. Alright, our shrimp is done cooking, so we're going to take our shrimp out. We're going to put them with our coriander. Alright, we got our shrimp with the coriander. Look how delicious those shrimp look. Those look delicious. So we're gonna saute. Now it's time to saute the garlic and now we're gonna saute the garlic and the capers. We're gonna add a little more oil. Let's add a little more oil. We added a little more olive oil, and we're going to add our garlic to saute our garlic. It's not going to take long to saute the garlic. Get all of that garlic out of there as much as you can. And then saute it. When you start to smell the garlic, because I'm starting to smell the garlic, once you smell that garlic, that's when you add your cooking sake. Add cooking sake. The cooking sake is going to get all the stuff at the bottom of your skillet. That gets everything at the bottom of the skillet off. It comes right off with that cooking wine. Scrapes everything off the bottom. Once everything comes off the bottom, that's that leftover seasoning. That's why I told you don't need no more seasoning. So you add that. Once everything comes off the bottom, see how everything off the bottom is off? You scraped everything off the bottom, it's that cooking wine did that. Now that the wine has sucked up everything, Then you add your heavy cream. Add your heavy cream now. Open this up. Get all the heavy cream out. This is 200 milliliters of heavy cream. 200 milliliters of heavy cream. All right. Once you got that heavy cream in there, stir it up. And make sure your temperature is up real high. Stir up that heavy cream. Get your bouillon cube. Get your bouillon. And you crush it. This is vegetable bouillon. And you crush that vegetable bouillon in there like that. And what I like to do is, I like to stick my fingers in the water to get all that extra bouillon off. And kind of season it up like that. And once it starts bubbling, as you see it's starting to bubble, because you don't want to burn it, add a little bit of water at a time. Just a little bit at a time. And mix it up. It's like making gravy. Gotta mix it up. And you're waiting for it to boil again. You got some turmeric. Put a little turmeric in there. Not much, just enough. Stir that around. Alright, you're stirring it around. Now you're waiting for it to boil again. Now it's boiling. You see it's boiling. Add a little more water. Just a little bit at a time. You stir it around. Make sure your temperature is very high. It tastes delicious. Stir it around. Let it sit. And you're waiting for it to bubble. See these bubbles coming up? Once it starts bubbling like that, make sure your heat is real high. And it's bubbling like that. It's ready for you to add more water. Then you add a little more water. Just a little bit at a time. As you see, it's starting to bubble again. Let's stir it up some more. Let it bubble up one more time, then we're going to add a little bit more. See how it's starting to bubble? Let that bubble, once it starts to bubble all the way around, because you want it to thicken up. The sauce is getting thick. If you look at it, you'll see the bubbles are getting thicker. They're thicker bubbles. They're not popping like blub, 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 blub. They're thick bubbles. See how thick those bubbles is? It's turning to a cream. All right, then you want to add a little bit more water. Oh no, no more water. Then you add your lime juice. Then you add some lime juice. Add a little bit at a time. Let it bubble up one more time, then we're going to add some more lime juice. See how it's starting to bubble? We're going to add some more lime juice once it bubbles all the way up. See how it's getting thick? See that rolling bubble? See how that bubbles are? It's getting thick. You want it to get real thick. Once it's thick, then it's ready for you to add a little more. It's ready to add a little more. Add a little bit at a time. Alright, so now it's thick. See how thick it is? Look at that. That's thick. Alright, you added that in there like that. Gotta mix it up. You can see the thickness when the water takes a little bit of time for it to come together. You see how it takes it a little second to come together? That's because it's thick. It leaves a trail. Once it's thick, it's going to leave that trail like that. You see that? It's ready. Alright? So boom. What you do is, after it's like that, then you take your spaghetti. You get your spaghetti and you drain all the water out. Let me see. Gotta pour out all of the water. Take a strainer, put the strainer over there. As you see. That spaghetti has cooled down. Our sauce has thickened. See, look how thick that sauce is. That's thick. Oh yeah. That's how you want it. It's ready. Alright, once that sauce thicken up, like that, now you add your spaghetti. Add the spaghetti in there. And let your spaghetti, toss your spaghetti around. You want to toss the spaghetti around a little bit. And you're going to set your timer. Once you toss your spaghetti around, you want to set your timer to 3 minutes. Set the timer to 3 minutes and let it cook. Keep tossing that spaghetti around. keep your temperature real high. Keep the temperature high. You want to mix up that spaghetti real good, because you want that spaghetti to heat back up, because remember we had it in that cold water. We're going to let it heat. We got about a minute. Got like a minute left for it to cook. So it is what it is. So you're going to let that spaghetti cook. Got about a minute left. So that's what it is. Going to let that spaghetti cook. Got a minute left. Let that spaghetti cook. Don't forget to stir it up now. Don't forget to stir it. Alright, the spaghetti is almost done. Then we're going to add our shrimp back into it. Alright, the spaghetti is done. I'm going to stir it up one more time before it can get all the way hot. Alright, now we're going to add our shrimp and our coriander. Get all that good coriander out. Then cut the heat off and stir it around. And add a little chili flakes. Not that much, just some. Add some chili flakes for color. It's not to make the dish spicy or nothing like that. It's to give it a little color. Some contrast. Stir it around real good. Everything is done. Now it's finished. I'm going to give y'all a close-up of what it looks like when it's done. That's how it looks when it's done. It's a real nice close-up of how the shrimp looks. The spaghetti looks once it's done. See that? We're going to plate it up. Show you how to plate your pasta up. Now that everything is done. Oh, that tastes delicious. All right. Get you some tongs, and you need one of these. Get your tongs and one of these pasta spoons, soup spoons, a ladle. And you take it and you get you some pasta. You know, you take it and get you some pasta and you turn it. See how that is? See how I'm turning that pasta? And you take it to your plate and you place it on your plate. That's one. Then you grab another one. You grab it. Grab as much pasta as you can. You grab it. Then you do the same thing. You turn it like that. Grab some more if you got to. If you need to, grab some more. Then you turn it. Just like that. You turn it just like that. You want the pasta to twirl like that. Then you plate it. That way, it'll be nested. That's what they call it, nesting, pasta nesting. So you take your spoon again, and you wrap your pasta like that, and you plate it. Get all of this, the shrimp, you kind of put the shrimp to the side because you want to put those on top. Alright, so kind of put those to the side. Because this pasta is al dente, fully done, and it's going to not break. So you do it again. Plate it again. Get the rest. Try to plate it up as well. Boom. That's sauce right there. Most of this is sauce. So boom. Alright, once you have everything like that, because this sauce, kind of put that sauce back there. Then, alright, tastes so delicious. You take your spoon, or your spatula, your plastic spatula like this, like I'm doing. You see how I'm doing with this plastic spatula? Kind of scoop it up and put that right on the top of your spaghetti. Put that right on the top like that. You want all that sauce. You don't want to waste none of this sauce. That sauce is delicious. You want every last drop of this sauce. This is going to make it wonderful. All right. Now for the part you've been waiting for. Then you add your shrimp. Boom. You know, you just kind of put them in random places. You know, you put the most beautiful shrimp, you put it on top. That's the one you put it on the top. You know. Bam. You know, the ones that look good. And you put them around those edges where you want them to be seen. All those shrimp that look really good, you want them to be the presentation. Bam. Bam. It's all about presentation. Alright? So voila. There you go. Everything's plated up. It looks delicious. And that's how you want your shrimp to look. That's exactly how you want your shrimp to look. Comes out beautiful. The plate is beautiful. The plating's beautiful. That's how you plate your shrimp. You want it to come out looking magnificent like that. Bam. That's creamy and delicious. How you want your shrimp. All right, y'all. And if you really want to be creative, then garnish it with some lime. That's all. Just put some lime down there. And it's going to look even more spectacular. Garnish with lime. And you're good to go. Enjoy. Look at that. Look at that. Eat with your eyes. Eat with your eyes. That's beautiful. Beautiful shrimp. It's a beautiful plate. And that's how you do creamy shrimp and pasta. This is creamy shrimp and pasta, y'all. That's what I'm calling it. Creamy shrimp and pasta. Get you some.